Hi, welcome to my video today. I'm talking about, my name's Henry Smith, by the way, from IamWealthyandRich.com. I'm talking about wealth creation in action and the process of developing wealth. The process of developing wealth is a day-to-day thing. It's something you do every day, something that happens or you go through every day, day at a time. And nobody wants to really see that, really. Most people are just interested in the final product. But it is a day-to-day process, day of checking in on yourself, checking in on your numbers, checking in on your activities, keeping your mindset straight one day at a time, and so on and so forth. It's what you do on a daily basis, how you keep your mind focused on a daily basis that determines where you go in the long run. So as I said, my name's Henry Smith from IamWealthyandRich.com, dedicated to teaching you and showing you the ways how to understand the game of money and play it well. And I'll cover it from different angles. And there's two main angles I'm covering this from. And before I go into that, I've got to do the disclaimer. I'm not a financial planner, financial advisor. I'm not a financial advisor. I'm not an accountant or CPA. Always do your due diligence. I'm not a regulated body. I'm just me, just doing what I'm doing, what's working for myself, and sharing it with you for education purposes. So you don't have to take my recommendations. Do your research, do your own due diligence, consult an accountant or financial advisor if you must, and understand that investments carry risks, and you could lose, what you put in. So don't invest more than you can afford to lose. And I guess that's about it. So after that, all those disclaimers, almost disclaim myself away. Really, to be honest with you, if it was that bad, I wouldn't be investing. So it's not as bad as that, but it's very important for me to let you understand that you do have to put some thought into it before just jumping in. You don't jump in blindly. I most certainly didn't jump in blindly. I, started. Now, there's two angles. I was talking about there's two parts. There's the mindset part, which is very, very important, and that will take you further than you can imagine. And then there's the investment part. You've got to get both of them right if you really want to create success in the short, medium, and long term. So, and that's what I focus on. But so many people want to go forward without focusing on the mindset strategy part, and it's a shame because a lot of them will find themselves, going 2 steps forward and 3 steps backwards. So yes, you will go forward, but there are some things that could pull you backwards if you haven't mastered certain things first. So, but what I've been doing, I started a cryptocurrency investment portfolio last summer, May, June 2020, and watched it grow. And then early this year, February 2021, I decided to start documenting it. So I decided to start documenting it on a daily basis on a spreadsheet, and then shortly after, I decided to start videoing it. And so here we are today, and I'm going to basically just update. I'm just basically doing like a journal, update the figures today of how the portfolio is compared to yesterday, talk about a few things, and do the same again tomorrow. So I'm going to share my screen right now. Let me just see if I can find the spreadsheet, get that ready. Yep, that's ready. So I'm going to share my screen. And so this is a spreadsheet that I've been updating from February. At that time, it had reached 106,000. And so we've been updating it on a daily basis. When it's gone forward, I put that in green. When it's gone backwards, I put that in red. And you can see we have forwards and backwards, forwards and backwards. Fortunately, more forwards than backwards. And here we are at April 28th, 2021. So I take my figures from a summary here. This portfolio consists of one Bitcoin, one whole Bitcoin, and an assortment of altcoins, alternative coins apart from Bitcoin, which have been carefully researched. And then this is the total amount of the portfolio in US dollars. And on the right-hand side, this is the same portfolio in GBP, Great British Pounds, or pound sterling. So the same equivalent here. So that's the percentage split between the two of them. And it wasn't always like this, by the way. I must tell you, it's actually more kind of 25, 75. So that's how it started off, 25, 75. But altcoins are starting to pull away. and soon that you're actually going to see a 90-10% split, or and even maybe even a 95-5% split as the altcoins really start to take it away. The acceleration comes from the altcoins, acceleration of wealth. This is the long-term store of value comes from Bitcoin, but the acceleration comes from this. But I'll come back to that later. Let's go to where I get my figures from. So the live feed comes in here through one of our portfolios, and we see the figure here. So I'm going to put this figure down here, 214,468.73. The time 214. Remember, was it 214? What? 468.73. 468.73. The 214,468.73. That's correct. And that is that a plus or a minus? Okay, that's a plus on yesterday, so we continue that in green. And so the total for this figure here, 268,847.98. 268,847. 268,847. Is it 98? I think it's 98. 98. 268,847.98. 268,847. 847. 847.98. Okay. And so right, so that is up on yesterday as well, so that can stay as green. And this, bring that down. Bitcoin's a little bit less than what it was yesterday, so that will have to go into red. And even though, there could be some times during the actual day when Bitcoin actually goes higher than it was, but at this particular time, as at this time, 4:39 p.m., this is the way it is, and that's the way I'm recording it. So still good. Like I said, Bitcoin is more. When you look at you'll see when you look at the. I would say if I look at the overall portfolio, Bitcoin kind of moves up and down a lot more than the overall portfolio. The overall portfolio is a little bit more bullish to the upside, more stable and bullish to the upside than Bitcoin. As you can see, Bitcoin is a lot more, a little bit more erratic as it looks. That's the way it looks. A lot more dips in downwards in Bitcoin, but it still comes up back up. The green shows you that it still comes back up, and that's what's most important. And that's why we don't just invest in one cryptocurrency. You need a suite, a combination of the right cryptocurrencies to get a balanced effect. That's where we have a mix of Bitcoin and alternative coins, and that's a very important mix. People who don't understand this game properly and they're just playing it with Bitcoin only, and that's great. It depends on what position you're coming into the market. If you're coming to as a billionaire, then you don't need to make a lot of money. You just need to preserve your money and make a bit. Then you come in with totally in Bitcoin. If you're coming in as somebody who wants to grow your wealth from scratch, you want to be, more heavily on Bitcoin. In fact, I have a little diagram which I put here that, you've got to have Bitcoin. It could be a smaller percentage of your, mine is like showing 20%, but, it could be like 20 to 50% of your portfolio. I've got 30% here. If you're coming, you want to grow your wealth. If you've already grown your wealth, you just want to grow it slowly, you can come with 50% Bitcoin, 50% altcoins. And as your altcoin collection grows, value grows, you then move some over to the Bitcoin to increase your wealth. This is your real wealth is here. Your real wealth is in Bitcoin. This is your store of value, your long-term store of value, your future wealth for future generations. It's always going to come from Bitcoin. But your workhorses, your work soldiers that are bringing in the daily grind is coming from the altcoin. Okay, that's how you have to look at it. So but you've got to have the right mixture, the right selection, the right type of altcoins. the carefully selected altcoins. And that's what we do. You know, we can show you how to get hold of that information if you want to travel up to that height. Because there are a lot of altcoins out there, and 90% of them are a waste of time. Well, 80% of them are a waste of time. And so you want to pick the right ones. And even within the 20% that are good or okay, there's still an 80-20 split of ones that are really going to accelerate. And so getting hold of those ones, so that you've got at least 80% of those that are really going to, that's what's going to accelerate your wealth building vehicle. I assume you want to accelerate your wealth, right? Am I right? Do you want to accelerate your wealth? Yes or no? And if the answer is yes, then you need a spaceship, a rocket like this, beautiful rocket, and the right mix of fuel, shall we say, to accelerate. You're not going to accelerate your wealth if you have Bitcoin only, and I have this combination, I will beat you. In 10 years' time, I will beat you to 100 million any day, because of these altcoins will really push me there. So this is a slow acceleration, this is a fast acceleration, but we want to get this because the Bitcoin is for long-term wealth. So they have different purposes. And so you need a combination, the right combination. And you know, Bitcoin is very, very valuable. It's a store of value. It's like digital gold. And many, many other companies are realizing this. If I look at this chart here, it talks about the treasuries that a lot of companies are holding Bitcoin as a treasury. Talk about some of the big companies. MicroStrategy is one of the, you know, owned by Michael Saylor. You'll probably see Michael Saylor videos on my blog. If you've gone to the blog IamWealthyandRich.com, you'll see some Michael Saylor, and you'll see them on YouTube as well. He himself has bought over 2 billion worth of Bitcoin. It's worth about 4.8 billion right now. You know, it's got 91,597. So it's a lot, you know. And you know, Tesla's got 1.5 billion worth of Bitcoin, which is worth that amount. Square, it's got this amount. You know, Marathon Digital Holdings, they've got, you know, this amount. A lot of, you know, Coinbase, they're sitting on about $281 million worth of Bitcoins, about 4,487 worth of Bitcoin. And all of these are big companies. Voyager Digital, a lot of these are big institutions, digital companies, investment companies, Digital X, and so on. They're all investing heavily in Bitcoin because they understand that they're investing it as opposed to gold. So these people would normally put their money, even BlackRock, Sun, you know, but they would normally put their money in gold before, I would say. And this, what's really prompted them is what's happened since March 2020, the lockdown, the coronavirus situation has really shook a lot of people up, and the level in which the governments are printing money. People are realizing they have to protect themselves. Grayscale, in terms of, they're in another category. Even this is government here, Ukraine. So Ukraine have got 46 million there. But Grayscale, Bitcoin Trust, they're huge. Got $35 billion worth of Bitcoin. And we spent a lot of money, basically 650,000 Bitcoin, 654,000 Bitcoins. 654,885 Bitcoins. So, you know, all the big companies are investing in this, and many of them have gone into Ethereum as well. And this is really they've got, you know, these companies have a huge amount of money sitting, that used to be sitting in their bank accounts, collecting 0%, just like a melting ice cube. You know, having that money is like having a melting ice cube. So rather than have it melt away, they put it into Bitcoin, some of them into Ethereum, and that will stabilize it, stop it from melting, and it will appreciate as well, and it's great. And if you're coming at this level, great, you can be 50%, even 75% Bitcoin, okay, if you're coming on the level of these guys, okay? But if you're coming in, you know, 100 grand or something, 50 grand, you need to grow your wealth, okay? Because 50 grand is nothing. And no disrespect, 50 grand is good money, but it's nothing in the scheme of things, okay? So if you want to get to the millions and tens of millions, you're not going to get into tens of millions if you put just 50 grand in Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin would just go up times 10. And times 10 is good, but that's only 500,000. So if you really want to get into the 5 millions, 50 millions, you're going to need to use altcoins, because altcoins will accelerate. Now, when you get into the 5 millions or 50 millions, you then take a big chunk of 25 or so million, is that thing there? And then you move it into Bitcoin. That's where you stabilize yourself, and that's where you store your long-term value, your long-term wealth, okay? So this is really, just talking about, building your wealth accelerating vehicle. You need altcoins and you need Bitcoins. So right now I'm growing a portfolio, and that's why I use Bitcoin and I have altcoins. I don't just have Bitcoin, because like I said, the acceleration, the acceleration that I'm looking for, Bitcoin is great, but it's not going to multiply by 100. No way. The days of, you could have done that in 2010, 2010, yeah, 2010, same thing. 2010, 2011, 2012, yes, you can get times 100. You're talking about investing in Bitcoin, but those days are gone. So now you get times 10, times 20, which is great. But in the altcoins, you can get results like times 200. You're not going to get no times 200 in Bitcoin in a 4-year period. So you can get times 200, you can get times 2,000 in the altcoins. So you have to, if you really want to accept, and that is why I put those arrows there, that's what really moves your spaceship, your wealth building vehicle forward. And once you get times 2,000, don't sit on it in altcoins, because as fast as it comes, it can go. So when it comes, you take it, move it straight into Bitcoin. Bang. You've just, created yourself a serious amount of wealth. But the key is, in order for you to start your strategy, like I said, you've got, like I said, the mindset strategy. Your mindset, now, Bitcoin, altcoin, and all that is wonderful, wonderful digital assets. They're digital assets, right? Great to have digital assets, invest in digital assets. But the number one investment, okay, is an investment in your own mind, your, own mind, okay? Your mindset is your most valuable asset. Your mindset is your most valuable asset. It's more valuable in Bitcoin, it's more valuable in altcoins, it's more valuable than gold. Investing in your own mindset is your most valuable asset. Because when you invest in your mindset, that can take you anywhere. You can lose all your Bitcoin and all your altcoins, and you can get it all back again 10 times over with this. Okay, not with my one, yours. So you've got to develop your own. Okay, I've developed mine. I'm developing mine. It's an ongoing process. No one has reached the highest level of development. So, beautiful car, right? Yeah. So that's why we talk about the mindset strategy, and I put together a free mindset strategy method that I've used to bring me into the 6 figures and heading towards 7 figures, and then 8 and 9 and so on and so forth. And I'm willing to share it with you absolutely free. All you have to do is go to this website and download it. Just get the IamWealthyandRich.com. And download it here. If you want some of these videos as well, I like to collect videos, some of my own, some of other people's, great videos. And but this is what you're here for. You're here to not to watch videos, to start working your mindset, and then basic investment strategy to get started. all for free. Just fill in your name and email address, send it to you, get to work. I'm using free resources, but I put my own spin on it. 2 videos show you exactly how I combine them and use them. When you use them the way I show you how to use them, you will get a change in your mindset and a change in your result. The amount of money you can attract. You find it difficult to attract capital? Okay. I find my experience after using this is money always multiplies in my possession. Money always multiplies in my possession. Can't help it. I can't help it but multiply money. It just keeps multiplying in my possession. And so it will be with you if you do what I did, and to the extent, to the intensity that I do it. Money will always multiply in your possession. There's no way, you know, if I get hold of money, I'm getting 10x from it. I'm timesing my money by 10 minimum. I'm doubling it at the minimum, and it's multiplying by 10 or more. Money always multiplies in my possession. And with that, you know, with that mindset and with the skills to do it, you can never be poor. It's just not possible. Not possible. So get hold of this mindset, use it, and let it become part of you, and you'll see you'll be able to work miracles with money as well. Your mindset is your most valuable asset. Okay, so that's why. So do that. And the other thing I want to say is just please like this video, like, share, hit notification, subscribe, so that YouTube can get the message, share this with other people. And yes, great lifestyle pictures behind. Okay, that's the lifestyle. The lifestyle is available for you and me, for everybody who dares to go out to get it. You've got to dare to be great. Dare. Okay, dare to do it. That's right. It's not for the other half, like they're somebody that you are not. You are all of what they are and more. Okay, so don't think of the other half or this the way the other half live like you are something that they're not. They've got something you don't have. You have what they have and more. You just haven't used it or developed it, cultivated it. It's totally up to you. Okay, but until you learn how to do it, the kind of lifestyle is waiting for you, waiting for you, and it's so easy to get hold of. You're just months away from achieving a lifestyle. On your way to achieving this kind of life, you're months away. You're not years away, you're months away. So that's the thing. That's what makes it so exciting. But anyway, I shall end this video, and I want to thank you very much for watching. Don't forget, like I said, to share and like the video and so on and so forth. And I will see you in the next video. Have a wonderful day, and I'll speak to you soon. Bye for now.